So today we compare a phone whose flash sales have created a madhouse and made people go bonkers over getting hands on it, which is the Redmi Note 3, alongside the phone which launched itself, mocking the legacy of one of the biggest mobile phone manufacturers, which is Apple. So shall we?
Your Indian consumer.
Hey consumers, it's me Prasad Vedparak, your Indian consumer, and if you're looking for a video where spec sheets are compared side by side, then you might want to look elsewhere, because in this video I'll show you the day-to-day experience and which phone stands out in that. So starting with the unboxing experience, as we can clearly see that the LETV 1S will give you a great unboxing experience and which will definitely remind you of iPhone. The LETV also provides you fast charging capability, and the 3000 mAh battery will easily last for a day. Redmi Note 3 provides a 4000 mAh battery and which definitely gives more juice, but the LETV's Type-C charging port is something that gives it a lead here. If we do a physical comparison based on the build quality of both these cell phones, we will notice these striking similarities between the design, but if we consider overall ergonomics, I'll have to say that the LETV 1S gives you a better grip, a much premium feel and touch, so comparatively the Redmi Note 3 is much more slippery in the hands. The LETV 1S comes with a dual SIM card slot, but you cannot add an extra memory card to it, and you will have to stick with the 32GB inbuilt memory. Whereas the Redmi Note 3 comes with a hybrid SIM card slot in which you can insert 2 SIMs or 1 SIM and 1 memory card. Now both these cell phones have multicolored LED notification lights, which is a nice thing. Now let's compare the fingerprint scanners side by side, 1, 2 and 3. So there you see the Redmi Note 3 was the first one to unlock. Now we'll again try the fingerprint test, but this time from the lock screens. So let's do it. 1, 2 and 3. Let's see it in the slow motion. And there you see the LETV 1S was the first one to unlock. We have tried this test multiple times and every time the LETV 1S was the first one to unlock the screen. Let's check out the multitasking menu. So now both these cell phones come with their custom UI, and personally speaking I've liked the UI on the LETV. You can see the free RAM available on LETV, it is 1.2GB, and on Redmi Note 3 it was 874MB. Now this is the 2GB RAM variant of the Redmi Note 3 that we are testing alongside the LETV. So one thing to consider, if in general we talk about the UI, we have observed that the UI on both these cell phones are really very snappy and won't give you any kind of visible lag as such. On both these devices you can use multiple themes, you can even use a Google launcher to get that feeling of using a stock Android mobile phone, which is liked by many of us. Now both these cell phones do not come with a dedicated app drawer, and so you will have to create these multiple folders on the home screen in order to arrange your applications. So right now I'm jumping into a folder, so 1, 2, 3. And both of them started almost at the same time. Let's get back and check the dialer on both these cell phones. So both these cell phones have very distinct dialers and they are very different, so you can see them. Personally speaking, I've liked the dialer on the Redmi Note 3. Let's quickly do the turn on test. So right now I'm turning on both these devices and let's see which device turns on first. So here you see the Redmi Note 3 has started already, and now the LETV 1 has started. So the Redmi Note 3 was the first to start. So if we talk about the storage, out of the 32GB, we get around 29.12GB for use on the LETV 1S, and out of the 16GB, we get around 11GB to use on the Redmi Note 3. Now let's check out the cameras on both these cell phones. So the interface on both these cameras look a bit similar. It will remind you of the interface found on iPhone. Multiple options available on both these devices for taking pictures. Now I have used both these devices for about 3 weeks, and in the first week I found the LETV 1S had a really poor camera, but with a recent update its camera performance has increased considerably. Both these cameras have the capability of taking multiple shots by holding down the capture button. LETV has the camera located right there on the left hand side, just like the ones found on the iPhone, and Redmi Note 3 has it in the center. LETV 1S also gives you the ability of taking pictures using the fingerprint scanner, which is a really nice thing. Redmi Note 3 will also get a similar update very soon.
So I'm recording using the front camera of both these cell phones, and you can't say the cameras are as good as the ones found on Motorola or Samsung devices, but yeah, at this price range you can see for yourself what they offer. So I'll just spin around so that you can understand the exposure adjustment of both these cameras. Yeah. So I'm holding them at the same length, and you can observe that the image on the Redmi Note 3 is appearing a bit larger. So I can say that the LETV 1S has a lens which captures wider angle shots.
LETV 1S has the capability of capturing 4K video, whereas the Redmi Note 3 comes with the capacity of producing only full HD videos. The contrast and exposure on the LETV 1S is a bit on the higher side, and comparatively the Redmi Note 3 produces natural looking pictures. Redmi Note 3 gives you an option of continuous autofocus or tap to focus, whereas the Letv 1S gives you only one option, that is tap to focus. But whichever the case it is, both these cell phones perform well considering the focus. But I can't say the same about exposure and color correction. But if I have to give my verdict on the camera, I'll say that after the latest update, the Letv 1S performs a lot better than the Redmi Note 3. Antutu Benchmark was something that came as a shocker, and I'll be showing it to you right now. So you can see the benchmark score on the Redmi Note 3, which is around 72,800, whereas the Letv 1S gives you a score of only 49,500. Considering the hardware present on both these cell phones, the score on the Redmi Note 3 is appreciable. We even put both these cell phones to the Geek benchmark test, so we can clearly see that the Snapdragon single core is performing really well on the Redmi Note 3. Now we'll compare the browsing experience on both these devices. So we're on YouTube right now and we'll be checking some of the videos to see which cell phone loads the videos faster. We are going on to our channel and we'll be checking out this first video. So let's do it. 1, 2, 3. And Letv 1S has already loaded the video and the video has already started playing. And we are still waiting for the Redmi Note 3 to load the video. And there it goes. It did take some considerable amount of time. Let's do the home screen jump test. And well, in this test, the Redmi Note 3 was the faster mobile. If we speak about the gaming experience on both these mobiles, both of the mobiles perform really well. We did not observe any kind of considerable heating on both these devices, but yes, the Letv 1S does get a bit hotter than the Redmi Note 3. As far as handling heavy graphics goes, both these mobiles are at par and easily handles games with high graphics as well. So if you're looking for a mobile phone in a 10,000 rupees price category and planning to play on some heavy games, both these cell phones won't disappoint you. So you can see the gameplay on the Modern Combat 5 right now, which I'm playing on the Redmi Note 3 and now on the Letv 1S. So if I have to conclude, I'll say that both these devices give you that premium feel and touch along with the fingerprint scanner and unibody metal design. They won't disappoint you on the parts of performance, build quality, features and looks. But as far as the camera performance goes on both these devices, it was highly mediocre compared to many of the Samsung and Motorola devices out there in the market. But if I have to keep it real and you ask me to put my money on any one of these devices, I'll definitely put it on the Letv 1S because of the ease of availability, the Type-C charging port, fast charging capability, a better camera performance, a better build quality and a really impressive user interface. Well, that was my take on both these devices. The links to purchase both these devices will be provided below in the descriptions, and I'll also mention some other honorable mentions in the same price category, so you can check those cell phones out as well if you're not impressed with these two. And well, if you liked this video, definitely give it a thumbs up. If you have not liked it, don't be shy to dislike it. And if you were watching my video for the first time, do hop onto my channel, check out what I do. I make videos on all Indian consumer goods and services. So if you like what I'm doing and if you want me to keep making more videos, do subscribe to my channel and be a part of the Indian consumer family. Well, for now, that was it from my end. Do remember to serve before you swipe, and if you don't need, you don't buy. This was Prasad with Pathak, your Indian consumer, signing off, and I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you.